Welcome to the show, everybody. Today I am not streaming live. Just keeping it very simple. This is pre-recorded, but I'll upload it as soon as I'm done. The news cycle at the moment is super quick. So I used to schedule these podcasts sort of, a weekly kind of thing, or even fortnightly. But the news cycle is going fast, especially because it's election time. Election time. Yep, that's kind of what I'm thinking in my brain. Is it going to be Biden or Trump? Either way, I don't think it's going to do very well for the stock market. Today, I pulled out of the stock market myself. I don't have much in there, because that's just who I am. I'm still building my buffer. I'm just a typical working man. I'm not a hedge fund manager or anything. So when I say that I'm in the stock market, no, I'm talking about a couple of $100 here or there. But I did pull everything out today, 1 hour before things started tanking, because according to some of my sources, the stock market, either way, depending on who's going to win the US election, it's not going to be good either way. The markets are going to struggle based on the current environment with all the countries at the moment. I just did a quick sell-off of all my ETFs in the stock market. I'm going to say a couple of words that if you don't follow the financial markets, I may do a separate podcast that may educate you if that's what you're into, because I think financial education is key to survive in this world. But yeah, I'm going to use a couple of words. If you're not familiar with them, just let me know. But I also, at the same time, I know that a lot of my audience are already in the know, so it's a hard balance to try and cater for people that are new and cater to people that are very woke. You know what I mean? But anyways, back to the stock market. I've pulled everything out, all my ETFs. Actually, I pulled out 70% of my portfolio today, and an hour later, things started tanking. And even on the Herald and things like that, I'm gonna pull up a thing. By the way, Mike in the Night, he's done a Halloween special. I would have streamed this as I was recording now, but I realized that I'm doing a recast on my channel at the moment, so the recast is live as I'm recording this. So that's another reason why I'm not doing this live at the moment. But also at the same time, it's because my internet is very, 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 very bad. It sort of buffers, it cuts off, and it's my first stream did really well, but ever since my first stream, my internet's not been very good. It's not hardwired internet anyways, so that could be playing into it as well. But maybe who knows what's happening with my internet? Maybe I've been cold censored, whatever it's called. Anyway, I want to talk about the stock market first of all. So, yeah, check out Mike in the Night. I'm officially a recaster for him now. So, part of the, we're all in this together, because I know a lot of my audience comes from Mike in the Night audience. But let's have a look at my Herald. Will my internet work? I don't even know if it's going to work at the moment. Nope. Yes. See, look how slow this is. This is fiber internet, and it feels so slow. Yeah, maybe I've been capped, guys. Maybe I've been capped. My first stream, I actually did a first stream, and it was super, super popular. Like, people actually tuned in from all around the world, and it went really well. And then I tried to do my second stream from Halloween, and it all went downhill, and I looked really amateur because it kept buffering. So I don't know, guys. Until this whole internet situation improves, I don't think I'll do live streams at the moment. But you can still reach me on Skype. You can reach me on Skype. Here's my address again, so I'm just going to do that now. That's my Skype address, guys. So if you want to reach me on Skype, I'll even talk off the show, if that makes sense. But anyways, Yeah, let's talk stock market. Let's just do stock market. I haven't visited Herald in a while, but stock market. I saw a post here that was saying that uh will it even show? No. I'm pretty sure I saw a article. Oh, here we go. This is really funny, guys. Stock market drops. Big hint. Big hint on whether Donald Trump or Joe Biden will win. See, this is curated, I reckon, because it's always Trump's fault, right? The economy. He's the only politician that's anti-lockdown, but everything's his fault. With 1 day to go until the US presidential election, a shift in the stock market has given a key indication of who is going to win. Oh, that means everyone's pulling out of the stock market. That means it's Trump's fault, right? The S&P 500 indicator has fallen 0.04% in the period between July and October. It's actually fallen a bit more than that. It fell whole basis point in 1 hour. I just pulled out in time, eh? But there you go. See, 3rd November. That was at 9 a.m. I think I pulled out an hour earlier than that. I'm glad I did. I'm gonna go very, very bearish in the next couple of months, because regardless of who wins, I think the markets are gonna struggle, especially with all the restrictions for small businesses and so forth, and how they can operate their businesses. But I've pulled out, and in general, I think the trust in fiat has dropped. What do I mean by fiat currency? I'm talking about the traditional markets, right? So even what's his name, Robert Kawasaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, has been podcasting saying that that crypto is replacing US dollars and yeah. They're replacing US dollars, and no one seems to be taking notice. So I'm definitely taking notice. Right? And I'll tell you why. At first, it took me months to figure out crypto, right? Here we go. Bitcoin warrior. I mean, I'm just finding there's all sorts of articles on the internet, but that's just the first one that's popped up. I haven't pre-screened this or anything. News cycle is going fast, guys, so there's no time to pre-screen. Crypto is replacing the US dollar and no one seems to be noticing, claims prominent investor Robert Kiyosaki. He's the Rich Dad Poor Dad fella. But he's right, and it took me a few months to figure out Bitcoin, because it was hard for me to find a good exchange and a good deposit website. And I don't want to disclose the website now in case they get shut down, but definitely you need to find a good exchange. So a Bitcoin exchange is basically something that you can pull out your crypto for traditional currencies. So that's what an exchange is. And you need to find a good sort of depository, so a separate website that you can easily convert fiat currency to crypto. So even as I speak, a lot of people are just going to tune out and be like, what are you talking about, dude? Trust me, it took me a couple of months to figure out crypto. But once you do, you realize that the returns in crypto is actually a lot better than traditional currencies. For example, if you keep your money in a traditional money market account, the savings returns at the moment. Let's use I don't know, just any bank. Let's use any local bank, ASB. Let's look at them as an example. But if you look at any New Zealand bank savings rate, it hovers around 0.01%, which is silly because what's the point of saving? We go accounts. Let's look at the Does it even have interest rate here? Saving? No. Need a savings account. So I use, like, I don't know, Fast Saver. That's the typical one, right? That's the short-term deposit. Pull it out whenever you want. 0.05%. Okay, it's improved a little bit. Let's look at one of the biggest banks in New Zealand, ANZ, at the moment, and let's look at the savings rate. Let's look at the savings rate. Actually, I will tell you who I use as a depository, because they're a pretty well-known depository anyway. I use blockchain. There we go. This is not the exchange that I use for pulling out crypto. But let's have a look at personal bank accounts. Let's look at the savings rate as of today. Let's have a look. Savings accounts. I don't want it to be talking at trumpets out of my hole. You know what I mean? So I just want to really show you that I'm serious when I say this. See, 0.05% now. It's gone up 4%. It used to be 0.01. But anyways, it's still very minimal, right? I remember a few people older than me talking about how when I was, in my late teens, it was easy enough to get an interest rate on your savings that was 11%, and to a point that they'd have money there and it would pay for their clothing allowance. You know what I mean? Of course, mortgages were a lot higher. So I think it's a seesaw anyways, with if it's high mortgage rates, your interest rate level is high. If it's low mortgage, then savings rates are low. Banks have to make money in the end, right? So, but this is where crypto comes in. I just want to show you. Okay, so would you rather invest in your typical bank systems and get a return on your investment for 0.05? In a couple of months ago, it was 0.01, or, and I'm gonna block out my wallet ID. I'm so glad I didn't do this live stream because I don't want you to see that wallet ID. But anyways, if I log into here, come on, blockchain. Anyways, if I log into there, it tells me that you can transfer into a savings account and get 5%, right? And here we go. Here's my internet's not working. But anyways, go into it yourself. It will tell you it's for 5% return. This is why I think that regardless of who wins the election, I think the exchanges are going to tank. For one, and polls are showing that Trump is ahead. But for one, if Trump does win, a lot of sources are saying that the Dems are gonna basically contest the election. So that's that. And even if you suspect that Biden wins without stealing the election, if he wins it legitimately, because he's that kind of guy, I'm sure he'll, introduce 1 or 2% taxes on corporates, which could be tough on the market, especially if you're in business yourself. So this is why a lot of people are pulling out of the market. It's not because of Trump. It's because of the lockdowns, really. Because of the current environment that we're in. I call it, do you know what I call it? I call it the disaster economy. Yep. Not disaster economy, I call it the disaster capitalism. Welcome to the new phase of capitalism. We are into disaster capitalism. That'll be another podcast for another day. But anyways, that's why everyone's pulling out of the markets, right? Let's go back to that article. Stock market drops because of Donald Trump. Guys, it's because of him. He is upsetting the deep state though, right? Regardless. But anyways, the stock market, right? It's not driven on the economy. It's driven on emotion. Remember that. And it's also driven by faith. So the US dollar traditionally is the central currency of the world because the US dollar was backed, or back in the day, if I say the greenbacks maybe, but it was the petrodollar, right? It was the dollar that you exchanged petrol for. But since the US doesn't have the strong arm for petrol anymore, I think it's Russian oil. They're definitely not. US dollar is not as influential, as central as it once was for the global economy. But it's US dollar is not backed by gold or anything anymore. So it's fiat. Fiat. What does fiat mean? Let's go educate the world if you do not know what the fiat means. Is its currency established as money, often by government regulation, but it does not have an intrinsic value. If you want to learn more about this, there is a very good documentary. First of all, the first documentary that ever woke me up with the financial system is actually a very old documentary called Zeitgeist. Check that out. But also Money is Debt. It's an animated documentary in 2006. This is a really good documentary if you want to learn about loans and debt as money, all that sort of stuff. Just go in there, right? Or even if you don't want like documentaries, if you want a bit of entertainment, just watch Matrix. Matrix 1. I work with a few people who are a little bit younger, say in their early 20s, and I'm surprised that some of them don't even know this movie, which makes sense because I'm an old cat now. I'm like in my late 30s, and so I was quite young in 1999, right? Do you remember the Y2K scare? People of my age. But anyway, I was there in 1999. Some people weren't. They were little toddlers, so I get it. Not everyone knows The Matrix. But if you want a bit of entertainment value and you want to watch something Hollywoodish, this is a really good action movie, but it also introduces you to the concept of the whole red or blue pill. Do you want to swallow the truth? Do you want the red or blue pill? That's my default answer now, by the way, guys. If anyone wants to talk to me, and they always, first of all, they criticize me as the conspiracy theorist, because that's the popularist term that's being pushed to demonize anyone with a brain. But I always ask them, if they ask me about the economy or anything like that, I always ask them, do you want the red or blue pill answer, Because some people want to stay in that blue pill state. Not everyone can swallow the red. Anyways, that's all I wanted to... No, there's one more thing. One more thing that I heard. First of all, another reason why I don't want to stream at the moment, obviously my internet quality is very up and down, so... But the other reason why is I've noticed that, first of all, I don't want my content... I'm a content creator, not a YTuber. I don't even want to say the name. But I've noticed that the YTu, let's call it that, is censoring certain categories of videos. For example, where I work, our servers are in Australia. And anything in my channel or anything that I recast from Mike in the Night that's under the news and politics category it says that this video is disabled for this country, which in this case, even though I'm in New Zealand, our servers are in Australia, so it's disabled for Australia. But then I'll click on another video in my channel, say it's about gaming, and I put the category under gaming. That shows fine. So what I'm saying though is the reason why I don't want to stream live is I only kind of know that how to stream live on YTube. The Y2UBE. So I don't want my content to be on that one platform. If I record it in advance, what I can do is I can upload that to other platforms like BitChute, right? Which I'm on. And so that's the other reason. Okay. Anyways, one last piece of news to wrap up this particular podcast. And like I said, guys, I'm not even going to schedule the podcast. Just check my channel out. Go to ralphie.co.nz, actually. That's where I'll always be. Let's check out ralphie.co.nz. If you like this music, go to Spotify. I earn 1 or 2 cents a month on that platform. I spend thousands of dollars. So I'm not the one benefiting. It's always the platform benefiting, right? So yeah, ralphie.co.nz. That's where you'll find me. Back to the show. Back to the show. Okay, one more. Just encore. Yep. Yeah. One more thing. Okay, one more thing. Yeah, I heard this from InfoWars, actually. InfoWars. Or go to banned video. Because, anyways. Look at this, guys. This was 4 days ago. Oh, this was 13 hours ago. Anyways, because I have a brother who's based in Germany, so I heard from my nan that they're locking down that area again, and it's like their second wave of lockdown. Noticed it was New Zealand that had the second wave of lockdown, guys, because everything happens here first. We're a good testing ground. We're small enough. So now it's being rolled out to other bigger Western countries like Europe. So they're going back to their second wave of lockdown, just like many other markets. And here are some chaotic scenes of people fleeing Paris ahead of second lockdown. Look at the traffic jams. Everybody's leaving the Paris. What I want to know, if you're in Europe, where is everyone going? Where are you hiding? Because there won't be many places to hide soon. Even now, right? Back in the day, New Zealand was the great hiding place for any elites or anyone wanting to stay away from the chaos that was in America back now or back a few months ago. But no, New Zealand's not safe. In fact, we're on the front line. But I want to know, if you're in Paris or if you're anywhere in the Euro section, where are you fleeing to? But anyways, that is the last piece of news I want to do for now. Yep. News cycle is going super fast, guys, so I'm not even going to schedule these podcasts anymore. Hope you've enjoyed this particular one. I'll upload it straight away. Find me on Skype. That's my handle there. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And remember, just read between the lines.